Can you say something? Maybe we need the.
Speaking to the mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the microphone. Maybe it needs. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Just speaking up, but you have to speak into the mic.
Yeah, you got to speak.
Sounds like you.
On YouTube, I hear you. Just for Jim.
With, so let me. Yeah, I think so. You gotta speak loudly.
Hello. Okay. I can't find the folders though for each of the submittals. I know. Yeah, because I did them yesterday and I have my notes on them, but I'll be.
I could open them if you like. I have them.
I did.
We're gonna start first with BC Architects.
Uh-huh.
Could you hear me okay?
Off. Oh God.
okay?
And mute is off. You are muted. Press Alt A to unmute your microphone. Now let me try that. How's that? Does that work?
Okay, Chris, I can hear you. Could you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
They work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just spoke to Zuzo,
Okay, perfect.
but
Okay.
I still can't find the folders.
Uh-oh, okay.
And Henry's going.
Okay, so, I mean, you guys, we can start then with the BC Architects A188. If you guys,
Go over them quickly and then,
comments on it.
I mean, could it be,
You guys are free to talk about
I
that.
have no idea.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
And then they found one that I cut and pasted, but that was for the original bid opening in, I think in December.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I saw one yesterday. It had 15 folders, 3 rows of 5.
Can you call Henry really quickly, or do you want me to call him?
No, but we're not speaking.
Oh. Well, I mean, this is your work, so maybe he'll.
Maybe.
Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris, can you hear me now? Can't hear Chris. Chris, could you hear us?
He's muted.
Yeah. Could you hear us, Chris? Through the computer? Okay, because we hear you, we heard you, but I want to make sure so that we can, they're gonna have to be able to talk to you back and forth.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start, okay, so I'm gonna hang up so that we can, you guys can start with the.
Okay, what I was saying is I can't find the folder with the email with the folders.
Did you see them on my screen?
I don't even see your screen. No, I don't even see your screen.
One, do you have share screen on so that he will be able to see my screen?
You should be, yeah. It's up to him to change his view to.
Because most of the share screen.
I'll give you.
Like, are they able to see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that.
Erica,
Gallery
puts
view.
your share screen and shows a little message.
Yeah, if you're speaking. We should have this working in 3 hours. Yeah. Not enough.
We're trying to set up my screen.
Anybody see it yet?
Oh.
Okay, Chris, could you see the screen?
Yes, I see everything now.
Okay.
Are you calling me?
Yeah, to make sure that you can see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I just lost most of the participants. There's just a right margin of some. Me, Erica, Patrick, Ezri. Okay. So that one up is Elegres.
We can hear you, Chris, just really low, so we're, 1 second, we're trying to fix your, so we can hear you, 1 second.
The same way you're close, you can do it. Review.
BC. Hello?
That folder that Erika wants.
The what?
They said that they were supposed, but they said that they can't hear me. So if I dial in, it's a,
Let me check if you're muted. Not in your,
no,
you should be able to mute them.
no, but it wasn't.
Should be unmuted now. You're gonna be able to hear the speakers of the meeting now.
Okay, Chris, if you can hear me, can you speak? So we can make sure we have you on our end, not louder.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. Are you sure? I'm here on the video. You want me to go back?
No.
Okay, Chris,
Go.
Okay, I'll deal with
I
it.
don't know what to.
Okay, I'll deal with it. Bye.
Bye.
okay, Chris, can you speak so we can make sure we hear you now?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Okay, yeah, much better. Okay, so can you see my screen, Chris, with the document open?
Is what?
Can you see the screen open now with my document?
Yeah, but it's BC. What happened to the first one, Elegwez?
Oh, you were going by the Dropbox. We have it right now per our sheets, the ranking sheets that I sent yesterday.
Okay, so I should just reorder these and start with BC.
Yeah, with BC Architects.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I put them in order according to the Dropbox.
Okay, that's fine.
I wonder where they were out of order, so to speak,
Right, they were not really in order.
because they weren't.
The ranking. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. It's a new setup, so we had a little bit of technical difficulty. All right. So we can start then with BC Architects. I have it open. If you guys can speak among each other. You have any thoughts?
You want to put comments on the record, I guess, for each? Okay, so I guess this proposal they seem primarily focused on condo projects. They did have some municipal projects. A lot of their subs have a lot of municipal experience. I know their structural engineer, Yusuf Hakim, does have experience dealing where I work with sea level rise, climate change issues in Miami Beach. It is very good. I thought it was a strong proposal. Not at the top, but a strong proposal.
I'm Chris from Public Works, not Chris Virtual.
And me?
No, Chris in here. We have another Chris from Public Works sitting here with us as well.
Okay. From our Public Works?
Chris is sitting in for us.
Got it.
Yeah, kind of, like I just went through with, means of, architecture, of the,
Remember, there's 5 categories, so you guys will have any notes or anything that you guys find related to their qualifications and experience, how many years experience do they have, their professional credentials, basically. So we're ranking based on those 5 categories. So you guys will be ranking their experience and background, the firm's understanding of the city's needs, and then their whole submittal process. I provided, I'll post it online, but, pretty much showing who was responsible or not. But Chris, if you have any comments on the BC architect, and then you guys, after that, we can go one by one. You guys will go.
No, for most of these, for the fifth criteria, the compliance with response, everything looked complete to me. I'm just assuming based on the checklist that you sent, everything that I saw, pretty much everything was complete.
Right, everyone was responsive.
Okay.
Everyone was responsive. Chris, do you have any comments on BC architect?
Are you talking to me? Because I don't know if you're talking to Chris from Public Works or me. I'm kind of confused. I'm sorry.
Okay. Chris, what you were asking? Okay, so not Chris Perez. Hi,
So you're talking to me?
yes.
I thought it was a good proposal. It's woman minority owned. I like 9 employees. We're a small city. I like a firm that's a little smaller in size that I think is a better fit for us than a big firm. I have some notes about Coral Gables. I'm not sure what, because I can't access my, the backup, but, they were, it's a good solid proposal. I think they did a good job.
Okay, so we can start, the first category. Or if you guys rather do like your scoring, if you have them for the 1 through 5 category, we can start with Chris Perez and Rogelio, and then Chris and Heidi, we can go like that down the list if you guys could just, because I have to tally, all your scoring too.
You want me to just give you my form and you can take it, or do you want me to read it?
Read it out because I don't think the users on Zoom can see your form for your screen.
Okay. Want me to go ahead and start?
That's fine.
Okay, for number 1, I gave them a 20. For number 2, 23. For number 3, 23. For 4, 14. And for 5, 12. For a total of 85.
Hello?
Folder the next time you in PDF.
I don't know.
Have you download it?
Listen, I can't find it. I'm in the middle of the Zoom meeting.
Okay, Chris, Perez,
Like 20 for qualification experience. Project, well, very fine record. And budgeting implementation strategy.
and submittal practice.
4, 5, and 5.
So your total is 80. Okay, Chris, you would need your ranking. I can't hear you, Chris. Chris, we can't hear you.
It's okay now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Should I start over?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Okay, so what I was saying is the only person that I can hear with any clarity is Rogelio. Everyone else is kind of muffled and I can barely pick up what they're saying. Rogelio, I hear fine, but no one else.
Chris, okay.
My second comment, and perhaps I misunderstood this, is I thought each of these firms was going to make a presentation. So I didn't assign any points. I reviewed their documents and felt that I would assign points after we heard from them, we questioned them, and then would give points. So I've done no points at this stage. I guess, so they're not going to make a presentation?
It was based on their proposals.
And not a presentation or questions, or we're not going to ask questions of them.
No.
All right, I totally misunderstood it. Okay, I guess I'd have to go back through and do points, but at this point I have no points assigned for anyone. I just have comments filled out to remind me of what their documents were like, what my overall impression was. So
Once the final three, like our, after this, we do recommendations to council with the final three, and then that's when the presentations will be held.
okay, I guess I didn't get that. I don't think that's the way we did it last time, but maybe it is, and I don't recall it properly. But
Yeah, today is just to discuss the proposals and rank them.
okay, well, I'm ill prepared to do that then.
Do you guys pick several to just have like a rotating list for when you need engineers for specific projects? Or just seems like it was an open list for engineers.
Well, they submitted as prime and sub, usually we review them and we'll pick the one to the end, like after council, we do recommendations, then council will do the final determination. Then that will have that one like on file, like as our active, current, firm.
Okay.
So these are just like, we put out the solicitation, these are everyone that responded, everyone's responsive, so it's basically right now, there's will be reviewing, ranking, and then we'll do the council based on what, see how they rank. And see about the top and the top two.
Okay.
So Chris, based on, the first one was BC Architects. So we would need the scoring for your scoring for them.
I mean, you want me to assign now points?
Right, that's the purpose of today's meeting. We have to assign points for all the 15 firms.
No, I understand that. I thought it was at the conclusion of their presentations and our questioning. I didn't understand it. I came up with 83, 21 for qualifications, 22 under experience, 20 for clients, 15 for implementation, and I gave everybody a 5 for submittal because I didn't check that, and I'm assuming that you all checked that or they wouldn't be being reviewed. So 83.
Okay. So the next firm is BCC Engineering.
You want to go ahead?
Sure. Go ahead and start.
For this one, they have in subs, several types of subs. They probably have the most complete team, I think, that I saw in terms of the types of subs that they had. They had an economic consultant, which might be useful in some projects. They have land use, parking support with some of their subs. And they have a lot of municipal experience. I thought it was a very, very, very strong proposal. So, and I don't know if you want me to go ahead and read the scores or if I should just wait. Okay, so for qualification, number 1, I have 24. Number 2, 24. Number 3, 24. Number 4, 12. And number 5, I have for a total of 89.
Thank you. Chris Perez.
Several team service contracts with all different houses and locations. 3, 15, and number 5, 5.
Okay, Chris, hi.
Well, I guess a little different than Rogelio. For me, I don't like that there's all these sub-consultants. I'd rather see a firm that's a little more self-contained and has subcontractors for certain things, paving and drainage or something, for example. But it looks like this is an engineering firm that's just going to sub out virtually everything to, I don't know what, 8, 10 different subcontractors. So I'm not really sure what I'm getting out of that. So that's a negative for me. Too many subs. I'd like that they had golf course experience. Maybe that would be something that would come up for us. And they've worked for the city of Doral, which I like some of the work there. I gave them 22, 21, 22, 14, and 5, total 84.
Okay, the next one is Board of Technical Consultants.
Is what?
No, I got your scores. The next consultant is Board of Technical Consultants.
Okay, see, mine are out of order.
Okay, so this firm seems excellent for GIS needs to assist in engineering, but it seems to lack a lot of the other skills and traits that you might need. They may be a good consultant to have if you have a special project that requires GIS. But because it seems so limited to that particular aspect, I ranked them pretty low. So I gave them for number 1. If you want me to go ahead and read the scores, is 12. Number 2, 15. Number 3, 15. Number 4, 10. And number 5, 5.
Sorry. So what we can do is, you guys have your scores written down in your ranking sheets, right? So I can just collect those in the end, and then Chris, you would have to show me your scores. I can't read the sleeves, so I'll try to see if not tell me. But pretty much we can just discuss, and then I will rank them. We will collect your ranking sheets and do a final ranking in the end. So if you have any comments, Chris, for us on the board.
Yes, I see that a very small firm, one of our employees. They're 6 years, the current operation, athletic qualifications and some experience with public entity.
So this, I guess the sheets in the end. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, so basically, yeah, we're just discussing them right now. Okay, so we're just discussing the firms right now, and then I'll collect your sheets in the end. So just make
You don't want us to give us our scores, just submit the sheets with the scores at the end of the discussion.
right.
Okay.
So
And can I send mine to you for tomorrow morning?
you can send me yours, but you don't have the scoring right now to show me on the screen. I will need them at the end of the meeting. By the end of the meeting.
No. Okay.
I will need them now, like before the meeting concludes, just so that I will be able to do the final rank.
Okay.
Daniel and Chris Perez are gonna give you their ranking sheets as well. Right now, you guys will go firm by firm, you guys will speak, and then they'll be turning in their sheets here in person, so I would need those as well.
Okay.
Okay, so but you're next on the Florida technical.
I'm frankly baffled why they even submitted. They're civil engineers. They have no subs. We're looking for architectural and site planning and comprehensive planning. They've got nothing. I think they're probably my lowest of the bunch.
Have any other comments on Florida technical consultant? Okay, so the next is the Corradino Group Inc.
Yep. So this is another multifaceted team. They have a lot of different experience in house, a lot of different specialties in house, and then they do have a lot of other subs which can assist in other tasks that they might not be as strong in. They did provide a presentation that was very tailored to Miami Springs. I know they've done a lot of work in Miami Springs with I believe it was a pedestrian and bicycle master plan that they were working on recently. So it was a pretty solid proposal. I noticed there were some issues in the proposal with people with what's it called, challenges to some projects, but overall it was a pretty good proposal.
Okay, Chris Perez.
I agree, they have several different assets to provide Miami Springs, different consultants and contractors as well to be able to use on a regular basis. Our needs. I see it was pretty complete overall. Good. Thank you.
Chris Hyde.
Oh, this was the flip side of the coin to the previous one where they had absolutely no subs. I agree with Aurelio that a lot of the sub-disciplines are handled within Corradino. They've got a lot of people that handle a lot of different things. This is exactly the kind of firm that I'm looking for, that has that capability in-house, but yet knows when they're a little out of their realm, and will go to some consultants, and they have some good ones. They're close. They're in Doral. They're a good size, but not too big. Been in business a long time. I like them. They're probably certainly near the top, if not at the top of my rankings.
Okay, thank you, Chris. The next firm we have is RE Chisholm Architects Inc.
Okay, so this firm, they do seem to have a lot of experience in terms of municipal products, but a lot of what I saw in their proposal seemed dated. Some of their letter recommendations were from the early 90s. A lot of their projects seem to be from the early 90s. I didn't see really a lot of work of projects that are being undertaken today, so I didn't really feel too comfortable with the firm because of that. So I just don't know. I didn't get a good sense of what they're doing today. So with that, I ranked them a little bit low, even though they do seem to have a lot of experience and a lot of subs that can step in where they're lacking. So those are my comments.
Yeah, employees can step in, we're going to see like in different areas of need. Like I said, yes, I understand. They do have some dated information. Seems if they're able to take on a task at hand, we'll provide them with their experience. See them as well with all their faults and
Chris, can you speak a little louder because they can't hear you too well.
okay. It seems like they're very positive and the negatives there except the dating information provided as far as references.
Okay, Chris, hi.
Well, I like them because they're local. They have 9 employees, so I think that's a good size for us. I like their architectural work. Like Rogelio, I have just in big caps. I have gap question mark. There's like this just gap where they seem to have fallen off the earth for a while, and we see projects from the 90s and things, which I just thought was surely they must have, or I would hope they would have more current work that we could make a real assessment on. So, and some of their subs I'm not as wild about. I rank them fairly low.
Okay. Next, we have Allega's architecture.
What is that one, Giselle?
Next is Allega's architecture. You just start.
Okay, so I thought this was a very good proposal. They seem to have a good amount of experience in Miami Springs. They worked on the aquatic center. They have very relevant experience throughout the county. The firm is an architecture firm, but they do have subs in all of the other categories that are necessary. And I know one of their other subs was it Bliss and Nitarai, has also done work in Miami Springs, I believe. I think they said they were the structural engineers in the senior center. So I like that they do have experience here, working here. So I thought it was a very good proposal. And I ranked them fairly well.
And I'm sorry, I still didn't catch who are we on? Alaguez?
Yes,
Got it. Okay.
Chris Perez.
I agree. I have very positive thoughts about them. They have many years of experience. They do have a team of subs that have provided services for us in the past. And then themselves, I believe, have also have provided services for us as well. See them as positive and well-rounded.
Okay, Chris, hi.
I liked them. They were really high for me. I'm not familiar with them, I have to say, other than from our aquatic center. But they have that experience. They have significant Miami Springs experience, lots and lots of municipal experience. 8 employees, female owned. I had a lot of good things going for them. I think a pretty strong presentation and a pretty strong option for us.
Okay, so thanks, Chris. Next we have Carmelo Ademo and partners.
Okay, so this is a major, very large firm with significant experience, especially in Miami Springs. I think they did the architectural work for the senior center and they did design criteria for the aquatic center, if I'm not mistaken. And they have handled similar projects to what I think Miami Springs needs in other cities. Initially, I had ranked them probably the highest, but now I'm hearing more of that they would be more functioning as a more city engineer type task. I think because they are so large, that may be a negative for them in this case. So I'll probably knock off a few points for that, just because I think we would be a better firm to handle some major projects and maybe not necessarily the more smaller day-to-day type projects.
Okay, Chris, Carlos, and Maria.
We have several public entities that we serve. Many years of experience in your staff. So, positive firm. Getting towards the middle. Everything along.
Chris, hi.
Well, I think a really strong presentation. I like them a lot. I've always liked their architectural work. I think they've got a really good, strong architectural sensibility. I like our senior center. They were very responsive on that. They handle a lot of things in-house. I think a little bit of a negative for me is their size. They're really big. But we didn't feel like we were working with a giant firm when I worked with Jose on the senior center. So they're for me, they're right up there near the top. Yeah, they were just, I think everything was strong. And like I said, I mean, architecturally, I really admire their work.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Next we have Associates.
What is it?
10 more and Associates.
10 more. Oh, 10 more. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so this firm does also seem to have experience working in Miami Springs. They are limited in the type of engineering that they do, so they do have a lot. They do rely on a lot of subs as well for a lot of things. I like that they have environmental permitting, which may be an issue with some stormwater drainage. And overall, it seemed like a good proposal. I ranked them well, not the top, but I ranked them well.
Thanks for having Chris Price.
Plenty of years of experience, I see. Have a good administrative team. Overall, have a well-rounded group of consultants, subcontractors, so I see that they will be able to provide the need, fulfill the needs that we would require of them.
Thank you. Chris, hi.
Well, they got a lot of municipal experience. I had a note that they had 40 continuing service agreements with 18 municipalities in South Florida. Like Raheli, I'm also I've noted they have 8 sub consultants, so there seemed to be an engineering firm that would then sub out so many different things. They ranked okay, good with me. More in the middle, certainly not at the top, and certainly nowhere near the bottom. I didn't think they had the breadth of experience within the firm that I'm looking for.
Okay, thank you, Chris. The next consulting firm is Zeta Jones Group, Inc.
Okay, so this firm didn't provide a lot of details on the projects that they worked on. They kind of gave a list. I wasn't too familiar with all of them. So I did rank them fairly low. They do have a lot of subs, and several of the subs are listed in other proposals. So I did not rank this firm very high.
Okay, Chris Price.
I do a lot of work for South Florida Water Management and different municipalities. Have plenty of different accolades. Like I don't see too much as far as providing services that I would. Well, some contractors do offer a wide variety of different offerings, but everything seems pretty good overall.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Chris, hi.
Again, I think this is a civil engineering firm that subs virtually everything else out to somebody else. Their list of experience I thought was fairly weak. They ranked pretty low for me. Not the bottom, but close to it.
Okay, thank you, Chris. The next firm is SRS Engineering.
Is what?
SRS Engineering.
Okay, so this firm did seem to have some experience in Miami Springs. It looks like they did some of the infrastructure and permitting work for the rec center. They did list other relevant projects. There were some of their subs were also listed in other proposals as well. But overall, I thought the experience was a little bit limited, so I ranked them low middle area, not the lowest, but a little bit below the middle. So the firm is okay, but it didn't seem to be the strongest proposal.
I agree. This is one of my lowest ranked. It's very mediocre as far as what their offerings and what they have offered in the past for different municipalities. So I didn't see this as a very strong candidate. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, Chris, hi, next.
Pretty low for me. I think it was a poor submittal. It didn't indicate to me a lot of real interest in doing this work for the city, but just something they're sort of throwing darts out there and see what hits. I wasn't really impressed with much of anything. Close to the bottom for me.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Next firm is Sinology Romantic Bay LLC.
Okay, so this firm I ranked pretty low as well. They didn't provide a lot of detail on the projects they've completed. Very few letters of recommendation. They do have a good couple of subs, but again, those same subs are listed in other proposals. So I ranked them pretty low.
Chris Perez.
They have a full team of employees, it seems, to handle any needed tasks, but I don't see too many municipalities and public entities. They do have experience with them, but I don't see too many listed. For you to be able to offer us what we're looking for.
Chris Hyde.
Well, the architecture work that I know of from them, I like. I think they've got a good sensibility as well. But this is another one. I got the impression that they didn't spend a whole lot of time on their submittal, or just sort of throwing it out there and seeing what goes on, and unimpressive to say the least. And again, I like their architectural work, but other than that, I think they pretty much collapse. They're right near the bottom for me.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, next is the Tomorrow Company.
Okay, so this again, another firm, they only have architecture. They didn't list any other disciplines.
I don't know if this is working.
I didn't see any letters of recommendation listed. They did identify a few relevant projects of scale that are similar to Miami Springs, but really nothing that really stood out. So I ranked them fairly low. Pretty close to the bottom.
Chris Perez.
This was my lowest score. The middle, I don't see really anything that caught my attention. They're fairly new and are limited in the public sector.
Chris Hyde.
The biggest note that I have on them again, and I agree with Chris, is that limited municipal experience. Not impressive. Right, another one right near the bottom for me. Just nothing that made me stand up and take notice. Just.
Ma'am, good morning.
Hi.
We're just gonna need you to wash your hands in the bathroom really quick and we'll help you right away.
Okay.
Can you guys please mute yourselves?
Oh my God, that's so disgusting.
Okay, the next firm is BEA Architects.
Okay, so this was an okay proposal. I didn't rank them in the middle. They did have some subs. Roy and Associates that support the product center. The main firm has some experience.
Yeah, this is still the same. You didn't get it back. Your primary doctor, Juan Montilla,
Mute yourselves.
And most of their subs have excellent ratings.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Chris, for us, do you have any other comments? Okay, Chris, hi.
This is BEA, right?
Yes, BEA Architects.
Yeah, reasonably sized firm, 25 employees, 6 registered architects. I thought that fit us nicely. They had some golf course work at the Mikusuki golf course, and they worked at the Miami Springs pool. Upper middle in rankings for me.
Okay, thank you. Next firm is Southeast Design Associates, Inc.
Okay, so this proposal, this firm, I think, is in Miami Springs. They've done a lot of work in Miami Springs. They didn't provide a lot of detail on some of the projects, but I am familiar with some of them because they are in the neighborhood. They did have a lot of positive recommendations from some staff members of Miami Springs, for former staff members of Miami Springs and officials of Miami Springs. They do lack some trades with their subs. I noticed, such as I didn't notice any environmental permitting, some GIS work, really didn't see a lot of master planning type work. So it was a middle proposal for me. It's good that they're local, but a few things lacking.
Okay, Chris, for us.
Thank you. Yes, you see they provide services to the village of Virginia Gardens and have provided for several years. The neighbor, and it is a Miami Springs business of many years. Business working in the public sector, with different municipalities. Different subcontractors are on hand and available. It is a close side, middle of the road firm, I see. It's got many years' experience. It's very positive. So it's pretty well ranked.
Okay, Chris, hi.
Well, they're small, but I think they're capable. They live and work in the city, been there for many years. Very responsive. I mean, I think if we based it on responsiveness alone, they'd be probably at the top for me. But they are small. They lack some subs and some disciplines. So they did pretty well. Not top, but close to the top. Strong.
Okay, thanks, Chris. The next firm is CPH Engineers.
Okay. So this firm, they didn't have any subs, so it was most of the work that they showed was in-house. As a result, they do lack a few things. One of the downsides I saw was pretty much most of the work was, with one or two exceptions, appears to be in Central Florida. All of their references were from Central Florida. So I think that was a down, even though it says they have an office in Miami. I'm not sure how much of the firm is actually in Miami versus Central Florida, because it almost seemed exclusively Sanford, the land, just cities up in Central Florida. So I don't know how easily they would be able to respond to Miami Springs. So it was a nice proposal, but it did have a lot of shortcomings. So I ranked them lower middle.
Okay, thanks for writing up. Chris, for us.
This firm wasn't very appealing to me overall. Like you said, it has a lot of experience with municipalities, but they weren't in Southern Florida. they do have a huge number of employees. And several branches. They do have the offerings that we're looking for. It just seems they're pretty spread out. It's pretty thin. Overall, pretty good. That's our page that I see here. Thank you.
Chris Hyde?
Well, again, it's another engineering firm with no subs. Virtually every discipline we'd have to go somewhere else to find help on. They pretty big, got a lot of work, but this would be great if we were in Orlando, and we're not. And it's Central Florida, and Aurelio mentioned that they have an office. All I saw is that they have a project manager in Miami, so I don't even know what that means, if they even have an office per se. This is way too Central Florida oriented for me, and extremely limited to engineering. They're right near the bottom for me.
Okay, thank you, Chris. So I'll collect the ranking sheets now so that I can do a final ranking. Chris, for your ranking, I'll need you to hold it up, or if you can fax them to me, or take photos of it and text it to me, whatever is quicker right now, so that I can at least start with Rogelio and Chris.
Okay, well, I don't have a fax.
You guys, if you can take like 20 minutes to write your notes or complete them, and then if you get done, maybe send me photos.
Do you care if there's ties? If some of the rankings are tied, or do you want me to make sure it's tied?
Let me confirm.
So that I can, in case I need to adjust anything, because I have one or two that after looking at it, they're tied.
Oh, it's okay if they're tied, because it's a total ranking based on your scoring, Chris Perez scoring, and Chris Hyde's scoring. So it's okay if they're tied.
Okay, perfect. Let me just change everything to pending, and I'll get it to you.
It's okay. You guys can take 20 minutes to complete them. I'll calculate them in the end.
Are we done? What are we doing?
I haven't been watching, I don't know.
Oh, you're not in there?
No, are you on mute?
Almost done.
I did. I'm just, tabbing the final rankings. I'm doing a tabby, so I'm waiting on Rogelio and Chris Hyde's, ranking sheets, so I can tabby everyone up right now. Thanks for having me. Chris, did you hear me? Are you working on your ranking sheets? Chris, I can't hear you. Did you hear me if you are working on your ranking sheets?
No, I'm done with them, but I don't know how to get them to you. I don't have a fax. They won't be delivered back to City Hall till tomorrow. If you need them,
Can you take photos of them and send them to me through text?
I don't know how to do that.
Like take a photo with the camera of the message and send it to me in the text message.
I guess I can try. I have no idea.
Okay, so Chris, are you sending the photos?
I'm trying.
Okay.
No promises. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Zuzelle, you send us as a message?
Yeah, send us a message.
And do I send it to your name or phone number?
If you have me saved, it should have my phone number, but I can tell you, I mean, I don't know if you have me saved in your phone.
Yeah, I just did it yesterday. So under 2, I'm gonna put a phone number?
Yeah, if you put Zuzelle, I texted you earlier. Maybe you can, do you know how to put it into that message?
I think I did it.
Yeah, I sent you a text just now again.
Do I have to send each one individually?
Typically, unless you send like 5 at a time.
Yeah, when you select the little album button in the text message, that looks like the flower, I guess, the colorful flower, it lets you select. Oh, I got one already, Chris.
Yeah, but that's the only one I sent.
Okay.
Are you getting them, Zuzelle?
Yes.
How many do you have so far?
4. Okay, so I'm entering Chris's ranking scores, and then I'll calculate all of them, and then we'll be able to see who the top 3 are.
I think that's it, Suzelle. Let me know if you got them all.
Okay. A couple of them are downloading, so I'm just giving them a second. Okay, Chris, I received all your pictures, so I'm gonna calculate all of the scores now, okay?
Okay. Should I stay on?
Yes, please.
There wasn't time anyway.
Okay, so BC Architects total score was 248, BCC Engineering total score 262, Florida Technical 152, the Corodino Group was 254, RE Chisholm 214, Allegas 257, Vermelho and Ajamil was 268, Chenmore 244, Beta Jones 203, SRS was 188. Sorry. Kenmore was 244. SRS 203. Silinovsky was 188. The Tamara Peacock 152. BEA is 207. Southeast Design is 243. DPH 195. So the top three was number 1 at 268, Vermelho and Adjamin. Then number 2 was BC Engineering at 262 and Allegas at 257. Okay, so the top three would be recommended to council at the upcoming meeting for Monday, February 8th, to begin negotiations. I saw some messages that some people couldn't hear us good. This meeting was recorded and you'll be able to find the actual recording on YouTube if you go to our city page. And like that, you would be able to hear everything that was said today. I apologize, it was the first time using the setup in our chamber, so we had some technical difficulties. And this concludes our committee meeting for RFQ 01-1920, continuing professional architectural and engineering services. Thank you.